Need some fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins? Go to MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below. Welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Madden Money Shot, sniffing up the Madden cheese as always. Got some plays for you today out of my Carolina Panthers playbook. If you guys don't know, the Panthers is probably my favorite playbook, probably between that and the Saints. I'm really digging a lot of newer books like the Ravens and the Packers and stuff like that. But if I have to go back to a reliable playbook, I typically find myself going back to the Panthers quite a bit. I mean, there's just so many great passing formations. You know, like the empty bunch is one of my favorite. They really patched that one quite a bit, but it's still really effective for me. But one of the plays that they didn't patch, and one of the formations that I noticed doesn't really get affected by the update, is the gun ace slot. For whatever reason, there's a couple plays in this formation that really get open against just about anything. And I'm going to start off with one that you might already know. It's the post. Now, this was a really popular play, I think, a couple years back from the Patriots. I don't even know if it's there anymore. But typically, there's not a lot of great plays to go along with that. But I'm going to show you a few in this formation that are really essentially the same way, that you really have a route for whatever reason gets open against just about anything. And I'm going to show it to you right now. So we're going to start off, like I said, with the post play. On the defensive side, we got a pretty good defense today. We're just going to go random. I'm not really too worried about you know, because like I said, these plays are going to get open against just about anything, so I'm not really worried about what defensive coverage it is. Before I start the video, though, I just want to thank my new sponsors at MMOXP.com. If you guys are looking to buy some coins for your MUT team, you can do that there, and you can support me by supporting them and buying your coins through them. And make sure to use discount code MONEYSHOT so they know that you came from my site, from my channel. Other than that, let's get into the video. So this play really doesn't need any adjustments. You're really only reading the 3 wide receivers on the left side. I mean, I could go ahead as far as to block Olsen. I don't even need that route. If it's a man coverage, the RB route, or if your user doesn't cover the running back, a lot of times they're supposed to and then they don't, the RB route can be a good play. But ultimately, this play is all about the B route. For whatever reason, it gets open against most coverages. The only thing that I find really gives this play issues at times is the B route kind of can get shoved off and run it too short. And if they do, it's not necessarily the depth that I want. But you can alleviate that by smart routing if you want to. It'll fix that sometimes. But that can really be based on contact. Like if they get bumped off, like right there, typically they'll take a shorter depth, and I don't want that because then you can basically be covered. The 2 receivers can be covered by 1 defender, which is not good. I like to smart route them a lot of the time, to be honest with you, but that also really depends on what you're looking at as far as you know, as far as down and distance. It'll change how deep that they are. But you're really just reading the Y and the B route. So right here, I have a defender right in front of the B route. So watch, I'm pretty sure he'll get checked off, and I don't really want that. Like I said, sometimes it doesn't affect the route, sometimes it does. But like I said, smart routing them will make them run through that better. So let's go ahead and let's smart route him. Like I said, defender right in front of him. He's going to get checked off. To me, it just makes the route a little bit better. So to me, smart routing is pretty much the only adjustment you need. Other than that, like I said, you don't really have to do anything. You just run it as is. The other side, the man beater, I would say would be best to go to Olsen because a lot of times he's going to be covered by an inferior defender. If they're running man coverage, the B route can really get caught a little bit as far as the jam goes. So you can see right there, that's a man coverage. That doesn't work as good against man. Man got a lot better to me, and I've been running man pretty much all year anyway, but it got a lot better during the patch. But you can see, you can go either way. I mean, the tight end's got space on the other side. I would say just split the field in half. That's the best I could say. I mean, the formation gives away the coverage too. I mean, this is obviously going to be a man coverage. So like I said, I'll take the tight end just because he's going to be going against either a safety or a linebacker, which typically doesn't have very high man coverages. So like I said, right here we have another one. You can tell by the formation, which makes this play really good. A lot of times too, this route, the running back route, like I said, against man, it's going to juke out most defenders. So you can see right there, you get huge separation. So the man concepts are on the right side, the zone concepts are on the left side. That's pretty much the easiest way to break it down pre-snap. Here you can tell, I mean, that was a man blitz, so I really had my choice because nobody was on the running back. But you know, that's the easiest way to split the field in half pre-snap. So here we go. We got a zone. I'm going B side. Sometimes, you know, the best thing to do, that guy coming across the middle a lot of times is a good route. I mean, that's a good option. But I'm really reading, if it's zone, I'm reading Y to B to X, just working my way down the line. Like I said, if they don't cover the Y route, a lot of times immediately you can take it for a good catch and run. That might not have been the best scenario. So here we got a man coverage once again. The A route probably has outside leverage on the defender. So, you know, if he has outside leverage, he's not really that fast, but he's still a good player. But if the A route has outside leverage, a lot of times he'll get that. So like I said, right here, this looked like I thought this was going to be a zone. They really tricked me right there. And I still got in over the top because I waited long enough. But ultimately, that looked like a zone. So that's why I made that mistake. But the computer can trick you like that sometimes. So here we go once again. Man coverage. Like I said, there was a little bit of a robber concept there. There was a guy waiting. But, you know, your man coverage routes are on the right side. Real simple. Another really good play out of this formation, which is essentially the same idea, but just kind of doing something a little bit different, is the smash. It's going to have the same type of route that just whatever reason gets open against just about everything. So we're going to pick that, and then we're going to go random 4-3 once again. So these plays are really meant to be used together. If your opponent starts, you know, getting tired of getting beat by that B route, because that's going to be the most consistent open route on the first play to the sideline, they might start trying to use that area. And that's going to be a perfect time to hit them with something on the opposite side. So all I'm going to do is put the X route on a drag, and you're going to see how it's going to get the A route open against quite a few things, including, I mean, right there he got over the zone. I should have waited. I tried to throw it up as much as I could, but including man. I mean, he's going to be man or zone. And like I said, right here, I mean, it looks like we have that cover 3. He's just going to get outside. The way that route works is just going to get outside the same way the B route did on the first play. So let's go ahead and let's just keep doing it. The A route, I mean, the drag is really a good check down, but it's really meant to pull coverage down. The running back pulls coverage down. I'm never going to throw it to the running back by any means. He's just there to pull coverage down with the drag route. So it's pretty much just going to be the drag and Olsen. I mean, those are really the only 2 plays. Like I said, that zone coverage, look how that drops down. I mean, that's just a huge throwing window. You'd have to be, to miss that, you'd have to, he's so wide open. So formation gives away the look once again. This looks like a blitz, man blitz. But like I said, that second move that he puts on, I mean, that's a really good linebacker covering him. And you can see how he just breaks that. I mean, it's a really easy route against man or zone. It gets outside of cover 3s really well, which just looks like a cover 3. Like I said, they just don't stick with them. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a really fast tight end too, I mean, you might be at the sideline with some of these. I mean, I'm doing my best with Olsen. He's pretty good, but he's not really that fast. So here we go once again. We got that zone. I know he's going to get outside of it. I just need to hold the ball long enough, and sure enough, he's getting outside, especially cover 3. He's going to be really good against that. There's plays on the other side to be had too. I'm not really looking that way too much, but you're going to see the B route's going to get outside of coverage is the same way, but I'm pretty much going to stick to the right side. So all I'm really doing though is pretty much is A and an X. I mean, that's really the easiest way to read it. Here's a cover 2. I don't think I've gotten too many cover 2 looks, but you can see how obviously it's going to go right for the gap in cover 2. So against cover 2, cover 3, it's going to be really good. And then like I said, the drag is definitely going to be a good check down. Here's a man blitz. Just going to wait for Olsen to get that second break, and he's going to be toasting that pretty much every time, whether it's man or zone. Olsen's really a good read. Here's another blitz. Had to throw a little bit early, but I mean, these coverage safeties and linebackers just don't stand a chance. The only other play, I mean, there's a couple more plays in here, but the only other play that I really like to run the most would have to be the RPO alert bubble. So let's go and let's pick that. So, I mean, I'm really just, I mean, for one thing, if there's no guy right over the top of Samuel, that's an obvious read to the bubble screen. Because if they're running cover 3 or they're blitzing, I mean, there's going to be a really good opportunity there. That's probably the easiest way to read this, but if there's a defender in front of him, I have to watch that defender if I want to throw it to him. Now here there's a huge lane, so I can just go ahead and I can take the run, try to make as much as I can out of it. But ultimately this play is really about the screenplay. The actual screen itself is going to be much better. So like I said, right there, I mean, he just gets caught up on a block, and I'm catching and running for a pretty easy sprint down the sideline. This is best to mix in if they're playing off coverage. Like I said right here, this is either a blitz or a cover 3 or both. But you, like I said, you can just get, obviously you can get some really big plays. Pretty much this guy's your playmaker the entire time, so make sure you got your best receiver there. So, I mean, you know, obviously I'm also looking for gaps. Like right here we have a gap right in the middle. So, you know, if I have that gap, the run might be the play. If it's really based off of those 2 pre-snap reads, I'm reading if there's a gap, and then I'm reading that defender. So right here he drops back. A lot of times if he drops back, he's usually going to shoot forward on blocks. So him dropping back doesn't mean anything. You really have to watch for him to drop inside or drop. I mean, ultimately it's an inside zone, so it's a good run play, but you're going to wait for that defender to do one or the other. So you're really just reading that one defender here. He just hesitates. I'll take the run. You know what I'm saying? If he hesitates, it might have been better to do either. I mean, they're both going to work in that if he hesitates. That's pretty much the idea. So here, I mean, he's going to drop down. I probably threw that out a little bit quickly because I think he was going to play the run. So here we go. We got a gap. That's a reasonable gap. I can make that gap. I'll take the run. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good play. This is the type of play where you probably want to, like, best to stack the box to stop. So in that scenario, you'd switch over to one of these pass plays. Right here, though, They don't have anybody outside of B once again. That's just a super easy read. If they're going to stack the box like they are there, I can just take this and make a big play out of this all game. So that, without a doubt, is going to be the best play if they're doing that to stop your pass plays. So that's it. That's the video. If you guys want to see more Panthers plays, do me a favor, hit the like button, and I'll do that next. Other than that, thanks for watching. Madden Money Shot out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.